And ain't nobody even on. All right, y'all. Let's get it. I'm back. All right. Last week was a good week. Um, Give me some hearts on TikTok so you can bring the people in and share with your friends. And it says right here on Facebook, you can send me some stars. I don't even know what that is. My social media people set it up. Says you can support me by sending stars to help me earn money to make more content. I didn't even know it said that. All right, y'all. If y'all want, we gonna still keep doing the content one way or the other. But if y'all do want to invest in what Coach Kid is doing, send us some stars. I don't even know what it is, but Facebook told us we have earned enough, well, we've done enough that they say we deserve that feature. So let's use it. All right, welcome everybody. I am your humble host, Coach Canion, aka the doctor, aka the professor. I don't say I'm a doctor because I have a PhD. See, I knew Instagram was going to end my life. I knew it. I knew they was going to do it. Just because I played a little music a little too long. You know, they get on my nerves. Hold on. You telling my followers, how you know you're not? I can't stand Instagram. I really can't. All right, done. Let's just go here. Let's set it up again, y'all. Can't play no music. I'm gonna have to stop playing music, but the music be getting me hype. The music gets me hype, y'all. It gets me, all right. But anyway, doesn't matter. They are back. I'm back. We are back with another one. Now listen, tonight, y'all know every time that I come live, I don't go on just to be live. I go live because I want to teach you something. And tonight's session is called The Worst Communication Strategy That People Use Every Single Day. The worst communication strategy that people use every single day. And so I'm going to tell you what happened with one of my clients, right? And I'm going to tell you because I always tell y'all what happens. I'm going to tell it to you in context of what people do every single day, whether you're in any type of relationship, the worst strategy that people use every single day. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we do that, I want to do what we always do about this time. If you would, tell me your first name and where you're checking in from so that I can properly acknowledge you. I am live. Are you? Oh, hey, yeah, Charlie, I'm live from California. Yes, yep. Thank you for joining me. So I can acknowledge you. Who we got? What's that? Felipe from Brazil. All right. Well, what's good? What's good? Stephanie from Louisville, Kentucky. Anna from Houston. Jennifer from the Illini. I love it. All right. Who else we got? Cheryl from London, England, in the building. Let me see if I may miss somebody. Cherie from Tennessee in the building. All right. Keena. Hey, Keena from California. Oh, Teresa from Miami, Florida. Welcome, Teresa. What's that? Triana from New York City, NYC. Mika from Maryland in the building. Who else we got? Jenny from Guadalupe, Caribbean Island. Tanya Ellis from Georgia. What part? Or Tanya from Ellis, Georgia, or Tanya Ellis from Georgia. Not sure. Let me know which one it is. Who else we got in the building? And I want to properly acknowledge you. Big Mike in the building. Hattie in the building. What's up, Hattie? All right. Who else we got? Chocolate Bone said, Coach, I was watching you today. Where were you watching me at today? Was it on one of the videos? Was it on Caught in the Act? Was it on Decisions Are Never Black and White? I'm kind of trying to be everywhere. All right, Tanya Ellis. I know it. It is super beautiful. I love it. All right. Caught in the Act. Okay. Thank you for watching Caught in the Act. We love it, don't we, Big Mike? We love calling that. GG from Arkansas in the building. All right. Anybody else before Shaka said my faces be telling it all? I know, I can't. You know, y'all, sometimes some stuff make you go, what? Are you serious? All right. So, all right. So tonight, y'all, I know I'm not going, LaShawn from Louisiana, Janine, where you from, Janine? I just want to make sure that I welcome everyone. All right. So tonight, I'm not going to stay on super long. All right, Janine from New York City, NYC. And so, but what I am going to do is I am going to tell you something that I told a client today. And I thought to myself, as I was talking to her, I said, I got to do a live on this. I have to, Guadalupe Island. Thank you, Jenny. All right. Hey, Coach Anna, love seeing you on that show. Thank you, Anna. I love you watching it. All right, keep watching. Keep watching. All right. So here's what happened. My client she's over 50, beautiful, dating, and men are interested in her. Okay. Now she goes through my school. She's in my relationship academy, and I am teaching her things so that she does not have to make the same mistakes she's made in the past. And when she came to me, somebody said, is the show on break? Yeah, we're on break right now. We're on break right now. All right, but we're coming back. We're coming back. Just stay tuned. We'll let you know. But anyway, so I was explaining to her, so she was explaining the situation that happened. And then I said, did you talk to the gentleman? She was like, no, I sent it in text. And I said, oh. And I said, can you tell me what you sent in text? And she read the message to me. Just like many of you send your message in text because somebody sent you something and you felt like you had to respond. I'm gonna get to it in a second. But when she read the text to me, I was mortified. I was mortified. Why was I mortified? Because of what I'm going to teach you tonight. And I explained to her that when I heard the message, when she read the message to me, I interpreted certain things from her message. And when I told her what I interpreted from the message, I simply said, was that your intention? And then she said, no, Coach, that wasn't mine. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant. And then I said, what did he say? And what she said struck me next. He said, I will talk about what your concerns are, but after we talk about your concerns, can we talk about the way you approached me? All right? The way that you have approached me. And then she kept on talking. I said, stop right there. And when I said stop right there, she was like, what? I said that what happened was, his perception was that your messaging was aggressive or combative. And she said, that's not what I meant. That's not what I said. I don't know why. I'm just being direct. And I said, well, I said, the problem with what you just said was that you did not want him to perceive the message combative or aggressive. But then I said, that's what he perceived. And then I explained why. So tonight, I am going to tell you the worst strategy that many of you all use. People have said, Glenn, that I sound like a pastor. I am a minister and I am a follower of Jesus Christ. But it is my ministry is helping people in relationships. I am a modern day minister, and the word says that we all are ministers of the gospel. And yes, I grew up in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. So I've been around the church my whole life. So I might sound like a pastor, but I know a lot. And it's my anointing. I'm good. I'm anointed to do two things. Number one, put people together. And number two, keep people together. Okay. And so, yes, my methodology is a little different. Thank you, Glenn. But I want to share this with y'all. So here's the thing I want to share with y'all. All right. When you're in a relationship, any kind of relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a friend. You ever notice, have somebody ever sent you a text message? And when you read the message, you instantly got triggered by the message. If that's a yes, y'all, put a one in the message. If somebody ever text you a message or emailed you a message or DM'd you a message and you got triggered by the triggered means there was an emotional response in you and you didn't like the message and your body had, and your central nervous system had an emotional response to what they said. Now, and I see tons of ones. Now, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, put some ones in the chat because I know many of you have been triggered. Now, today, all right, that's why, and then Keena said, that's why, listen to it, right, rather have the conversation in person. All right, Big Mike, I've got somebody, hey, Charlie Box, put like 10 ones in there. So is it safe to say, y'all, that has helped happen to all of us, right? That's happened to all of us. Now, let me take you on this journey again. Now, when they send the message and you read the message and there is an emotional and physical response in your central nervous system, what do you do normally when you read it? At first, you sit there and what you are doing is you are processing. Allow me to tell you what's happening to you. Because not only am I going to tell you what happens, I'm going to tell you why it happens. So you're sitting there processing. Now check this out, y'all. It is not what the person says that gets you triggered. Watch what I'm about to say. It's not what they say that gets you triggered. It is the meaning you attach to what they say that gets you triggered. Now think about that for a minute, y'all. It's not what they said that got you triggered. It's the meaning you attach to it. Every single one of us, if somebody sends us a message, if somebody emails us, text messages, DMs us a message, we read it and we attach a message to what they said. Now, what do I mean by we attach a message to it? We attach a meaning to it, what the message means to us. You ever notice how sometimes two people can say the very same thing to you? One person says it, and you like, you blow it out, they just kidding. That's my partner, they just kidding. Another person can say the exact same message, but you like, oh, what? What, really? You get triggered, oh, hell no. And your mind feels like that the second person is attacking you, whereas the first person, they just joking with me. Now, why does this happen? It happens because in your mind, in your conscious mind, and in your subconscious mind, you attach a meaning to the communication that the person has said. And what you said, well, the first one you said, this person has my best interest at heart, and this person doesn't mean me any harm, so I'm gonna let that go. But the second person that sends you the message, what happens is that you attach the meaning that the second person is attacking me. The second person doesn't mean me any good. The second person's their meaning and what they're saying is detrimental to my belief system and detrimental to me. And they said the exact same thing. The exact same thing. So it is not. So I need y'all to understand something. It is not what people say that gets us triggered. It is not what they say that gets us triggered. It is the meaning we attach to what they say. Okay? I'm going somewhere with this tonight. I'm going somewhere with it. Now, when you attach a meaning with it, you do one or two things. You either don't respond and stew over it. You either don't respond and you get mad over it. You ever notice how sometimes you don't respond to it, but what you do is you just get mad. And you might not say anything. You get mad about it. You get madder and madder. And then the next time you see the person, or you don't have to see them, you have formulated an opinion about who that person is and what they represent in your life by virtue of a mere text, right? Yes, I'm right. Like Coach Smart, y'all. I'm super duper smart. And Coach gonna tell you what's going on with you. Or second thing that happens is you respond based on what you think they meant by what they said, based on the meaning you attach to what they said. So you come back and you smart, you say something smart, you say something slick, you come out your mouth and you come out your mouth any kind of way. But see, here's the thing, y'all. Somebody said, what's that? Marshawn said, because you know they said some BS. Here's the thing, y'all. The same thing has happened to you. Have you ever said something to somebody and they finally brought it up to you and you said you were mad about that because you know they got in their feelings. You know they were mad. You know well, what you know is something changed. You don't necessarily know what changed. You just know they're not acting the same way that they normally act. And then the person says, well, what's wrong with you? I mean, I don't know what happened. And then finally you have the courage to say what it is. I felt some kind of way about you said that at the job. And the person says, well, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean it like that. And then the person begins to tell you what they mean. And all of a sudden, your walls come down and you say, well, I thought you meant this. And so I started feeling some kind of way. So here's what Coach does. And this is what Coach is going to teach y'all tonight. I'm going to teach you a strategy tonight, a communication strategy, because many of your relationships have been devastated. Many of your relationships have gone awry by virtue of you attaching a meaning to something somebody said. You see, so I got to explain to you why this is the case. So studies show that here's how it works, that 60% of our communication, our effective communication, or our communication period, is determined by nonverbal things, by what a person, nonverbal. So what we're talking about is gestures, how they look. When you're looking at their body language, their gestures, 60% of our communication is determined by nonverbal things. That is the reason why when y'all was growing up, sometimes my mama could look at me a certain way. When we go in the store, I ain't gonna ask for nothing because she don't have to say a word. I know exactly she is communicating with me non-verbally through her gestures, her facial expressions. Now watch this, why this is important. So what's happening is you take away 60% of the way we determine communication because of nonverbal. And check this out. 33% is tone of voice. Whenever you receive a text, a DM, it doesn't have any tone to it. What we do is we attach the tone to it. We attach what we think their tone is, right? So now there we go. That's 93% of the way we interpret communication gone. Okay? Now, check this out. And that only 7% of our communication, 7% is what we actually say. That's what we actually say when a person can see it. Now think about email, text, email, DMs. Do you know now it's really only 3 to 5%? Do you know why when they created communication text messaging, why you started using emojis? See, emojis were never there for your fun. Emojis were there so that human beings could attach emotion to their messaging. So if I send you a laughing emoji, so what it is, I'm telling you that is the emotion that I'm feeling as I'm writing this message so that you won't attach anything. So if I'm saying something slick, a joke about something, I am using the laughing emoji to attach emotion to the message. Because if I don't use the laughing emoji, some of you may attach hostility to the message. Now, I might be making a joke about your shirt, or I might be making a joke about your clothing, or I might be making a joke about your hair, or whatever. Now, I'm just joking because you're my partner or whatever. But now the laughing emoji is not attached, or all of these different emojis are. So they use the emojis to emulate emotion. The problem is that it does a good job sometimes, but what emojis can't take into effect is the trauma people have. Emojis can't take into effect the history or the learned behavior or the conditioning that the person receiving the message has. Okay? Now they've tried to do it, but they can't. So here's what Coach says. Most people who communicate, most of us who communicate in any type of relationship are not good communicators. We're just not. I found that out in my coaching. I've been coaching 16 years, y'all. And I realized the number one reason relationships go awry is because most of us are poor communicators. Now, I've solved that problem. I solved it. If you hang with me about 10 more minutes, I'm going to show you how to solve your problem. All right? I'm going to show you. So, because I understand that the reason why people mess up relationships is because they don't know how to communicate. Now, check this out. They don't know what to say. When they get triggered, they don't know what to do. Should I lash out because I feel like you're attacking me? Should I let it go and just stew on it and just internalize it, suppress it, and then harbor negative, resentful emotions towards you? Should I do that? Or there's a third option. Or should I let Coach Ken teach me how to be a better communicator? Should I let Coach Ken help me to be better? All right. So, first thing, let me give you 3 points. 3 points so you don't make the worst communication strategy. So you won't use the worst communication strategy there is. First thing, y'all, do not ever send a text message that has emotion attached to it. Let me tell you what I mean. If you were emotional when you wrote it, okay, wait before you write it. All right, here's why. Because what I'm going to do is disconnect from your amygdala. Now watch, this is the science behind it. Up here, the part of your brain up here is called the limbic part of your brain. That is where your amygdala lies. Now, your amygdala is what they call where the primitive or the lizard brain is. And that's where your emotional side of your brain, right? So when you get triggered, this part of your brain is the part of your brain that takes over. This is the part of it. You're like, oh, you ever notice you read it? Oh, hell no. Oh, you got me effed up. Y'all ever notice y'all ever said that? Y'all know you done said conversations like that. So the first thing I need you to do is not to do anything with the message so that your logical part of your brain, your prefrontal cortex can take over. This is so important because you ever notice when you fight, when somebody does something to you, you want to do it, you want to fight back. When there is a perceived attack on you, what do? You attack back instantly. You ever notice how you attack back instantly? You fight back. Somebody, they just attacked me. And then you say the things that you think that the person is attacking you, and you only find out later that the person wasn't attacking you, but you can't take words back. You can't unsay what you said. You can't undo what you've done, and the other person can't unsee what they've seen. And so here's what I tell people. The first thing you do is don't say anything, all right? And then the second thing you do is, some of you don't know how to do this, but I'm going to show you how. You clarify the message. You clarify the message. Watch this, y'all. Anybody can do what I'm about to say. You say, watch this. Write this down, y'all. And look, y'all, I teach communication, so I'm breaking all this down to one thing. But there's a whole thing I teach people, but you clarify the message by saying this: hey, such and such. Hey, Coach Ken, I received your message. Thank you for sending it. Acknowledge the message. Thank you for sending it. Watch this. I wasn't sure on your meaning. Notice what it said. I wasn't sure on your meaning from the message, and I don't want to take it out of context. Can you please clarify what you mean? Notice what I just said. Step 2, clarify the message. Don't just sit there. Don't just stew on it. Don't just suck it up. So again, what I said was clarify the message. And you simply say this: hey, Coach Ken, I read your message and thank you for sending that message. All right. Just so I'm clear, so I don't take the message out of context, can you please clarify what you meant by what you said? Now I take the onus off of me and I put it back on them to clarify. Now, if they being slick, if they saying something slick, they're not gonna come back like that. They like, I'm just playing with you, whatever it is. You see, now I take the onus off of me and put it on them. Y'all, I've used this. I've taught so many people how to communicate and save their relation. Now the other person doesn't feel attacked by you. You don't feel attacked, and then it puts it back on them to be honest about what you said. Y'all know this is real. Y'all know this is good. This is good teaching right here, y'all. And this is what I teach in my academy. And then the third thing, somebody deep said, I definitely need to do that. I was wondering, I was speaking about this. Now, and the third thing is simply this: if you don't know what to say, you don't know how to say it, and you used what Coach Ken said, I want y'all to go to askcoachken.com. Because I am a relationship coach and a communications expert, I've saved many relationships based on communication. So what I created this software that shows you exactly what to say. It actually helps you in relationships. So if you have, I just upgraded it. I just really did this. And it's called askcoachken.com. And what you do is, let's say you want to learn how to communicate better. You don't know how to say it. Inside of my software, it will take any question you have. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. And it took me 8 months to program it. If you put in Ask Coach Ken, you can do two things with the software. Number one, you can ask any relationship question, any relation question. You can say, a person ain't consistent with me. What should I do? It's going to give you a mini coaching session, just like I do. I'm gonna ask you questions. It's gonna ask you questions like, well, how long y'all been dating? Okay. Did y'all talk about a serious relationship before you did? It's going to ask you questions, and then it's going to assess what's actually happening. It ain't like Chat GPT, y'all, because Chat GPT, me and my team went to Chat GPT, we put the same questions in, and Chat GPT tries to give you all of these nice answers, these sweet answers, and yeah, maybe you should do. And I'm like, are you serious? Chat GPT actually tries to appease people. But no, mine is going to tell you, no, this is not acceptable because or it's going to say you haven't set up boundaries. And because you haven't set up boundaries, you're getting mad at the other person because they don't know what your boundaries are. This is what Ask Coach Ken does. And so, let's say you wanted to say something, you wanted to learn, you can upgrade to the communication part. First, you can ask any question you want. I don't care, and it will go back and forth. All right? Back and forth with you. Now, it ain't free. It's $5.99 a question. Now, if you want to upgrade to the unlimited, I have an unlimited where you can ask any question, you can get any communication. It will tell you how to say it, talk to your mother, how to talk to your boss. It'll tell you all of that. All you have to do is just go ask it. And it's based on what I program. It ain't no free chat. Chat GPT is way better because Chat GPT can't have a coaching session with you. It can't ask you the questions that we need to know about your situation. It can't. It doesn't know. It's not programmed for that. And so we programmed it. And no, we didn't use ChatGPT. No. ChatGPT can't do what it is this does. All right. Now we used a higher version of AI. And then I had to program it. Then I had to program it. The programmer's like, look, I have two programmers, y'all, like Apple. We like Apple now. I got programmers like Apple. I got three programmers, I'm sorry. And then for hours, they would ask me, how would you handle this session, coach? How would you do this? What would you do with this? And I would say, first I would ask these questions. And then my AI started getting so good, it started thinking like me. It's kind of scary, y'all. It's kind of scary, but it can help solve your problem. Because some of you, I'm going to leave you with this. Some of you, your communication, you know you don't communicate well. You know you don't. And your communication is sabotaging your relationships, be it man, be it woman. It doesn't matter, y'all. This ain't gender specific. This is people specific. And until you learn how to communicate on a level, I appreciate you, Z. Thank you for being honest. Until you learn how to communicate on a level that is going to preserve your relationships, not only preserve your relationships, but help you get across what it is you need to say effectively. Now, a lot of times we'll say it y'all ever notice how the only time you really feel comfortable saying what it is you want to say is when you get mad, when you get angry. You ever notice how when you get angry, you got a license to say what it is you want to say? Yeah. But then what happens? You destroy the relationship in the process. And what good does that do you? And so I'm going to say this to anybody here. If you, somebody said everyone need Ken and Tammy in their life. You know that's right. Tammy, my dog, though. Tammy is a talented actress too. She's not only smart, but she's a great actress. So y'all, for those of you who need help, what I want you to do is, thank you. Keena said, thank you for sharing your gift with us and your talent. That's my mission. That's what God told me that's what I have to do, y'all. So when I tell y'all, I'm not in this to be an influencer. I'm not. I'm in this to be an impactor. And the more that I impact people, the more their lives will change, the more my life will change. It's that simple. All right, y'all. That's my time. Go to AskCoachKen.com. Try it out. $5.99 first. you know. And if you want to upgrade to the unlimited where you get all the communication stuff, I think it's like $25 a month, do that too. But are your relationships worth that? All right. Only you can answer that. All right, y'all. I see y'all. What's tomorrow night? Wednesday? What's tomorrow night? Tuesday? Tuesday. I see y'all tomorrow night. All right. Peace. Have a good evening.